What's up, guys and gals? It's that time to jump in line and play a bit more Daylight. So I think we just reached this forest in the previous episode, which is looking sort of sketchy. And searching, trying to canvas an area. Alright, so it says to keep the shadows away from me, so clearly she's close to me right now. Canvassing an area like this is going to be nightmarish. And I don't mean that in like a punny way, because we're obviously going to be chased by ghosts the entire time. However, searching such a huge area like this is going to be...
Do you feel it nearby? You feel it inside?
problematic, to say the least. I'm not turning around. You can't make me look at you, ghost. You can't make me do it. So I suppose we'll take the high ground. Take a look and see if we can't find anything glowing. Oh. It's a little morbid. It's dark. I can't decide if the tooltips are just trolling me at this point. Either way, I'm grabbing another flare. This could be a very, very interesting search operation. I don't see anything around the tree, which is where I figured there might be something stapled to the tree that we might be able to use, but...
Slipping away, losing your way.
I see a red dot. Now, if we were playing a first-person shooter, I'd be very, very nervous about said red dot. This doesn't appear to be helping. Okay. I guess those ones you lose health when you just look at them. The flares don't actually help. That's bad. That's real, real bad for us. Accidents and rumors plague Mid-Island Hospice Project, January 7th, 1987. GNC Investment Corp's stock price plunged 30% yesterday amidst damaging rumors connected to the already troubled construction project. According to an anonymous source within the company, several graves were found on site, thought to be over 300 years old. Though the contents of the grave is yet unknown, the same anonymous source speculated about the possibility that the graves are Native American archaeological relics. If true, this could no doubt push back the construction or halt it altogether. Joe, some of the guys are pissed. Every morning something goes missing from the night before. On top of that, we're already way over budget. We keep having accidents, like something keeps undoing the work that we're doing overnight. Some are asking for their money and plan to walk off the job. What would you like me to do? Hire some scabs? Brian. Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew that was going to happen. And I wanted to pop a flare before I turned around, because I had a distinct feeling that was going to happen. There's number 3. Concerning Jesse Francis. Mr. Francis fell into a trench we had just poured cement into. He's alive, but he was moved to the Mid-Island Hospital emergency to have his lungs checked for inhalation. His replacement is scheduled to come tomorrow. Recommending guards be posted. As such, this is the third such incident where someone inexplicably fell. Starting to suspect somebody's pushing him. Alright, so at this point we gotta watch out.
This way, that way.
You know what, pal? You're not helping the situation at all. Lucky I don't star 69 that ass. Oh god, it's here. Where, I couldn't tell you, but it's here. I've still got a decent sense of where I am, so I'm not gonna stop moving.
What happened to the girl? Is she still in that dark place?
Ooh, note. Soil tests lead to brand new disaster and loss of life, August 28th, 1987. During the soil test for Mid-Island to investigate the practices of GNC Investments, an accident with the equipment caused worker Wilson Warner, alliterative, to be crushed to death. There has been at least one other known serious injury, but the details have not been released. The local police department is investigating, and we are still waiting on a comment from GNC Investments. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say GNC Investments don't give a damn. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because when profits are on the line...
And yet so far.
Sure, whatever you say, pal. God. Well, it looks like there's something else over here. So let's go for it. can't promise that this is the course of action which feels the wisest, yet simultaneously I feel as though...
In time we hate that which we fear.
City Council debates investigating GNC Investment Corporation, February 14th, 1987. Pressured by Liberal Councilman Anthony Wasserman, the new Kipling City Council has been considering whether or not to investigate safety practices at GNC Investments Corp. Mid-Island Hospice Project, which has been under construction for some time. The project has been set back on 3 separate occasions by fatal accidents, all involving the deaths of construction workers. In my 9 years on the council, I've never seen a more disastrous construction project. GNC has been cited numerous times for safety violations, but this particular project stinks to high heaven, and I'm determined to get to the bottom of this, said Wasserman at Thursday's council meeting. He was opposed by Councilwoman Shirley Johnson, who has been asked by several labor groups to abstain from the vote due to her connections to GNC Investment Corporation.
It's here.
I'm not so sold. Alright, whatever. Bite the bullet. Let's do it.
There is no escape. I can see that now.
You're being kind of a Debbie Downer.
The rich fell prey to the 12. Affluence would offer no protection from them. Some would say they suffered the most. Exposure, disaster. The flames rose up on their lavish display.
Nope. Oh, good, a graveyard.
Look around and choose your own ground.
Attention, all foremen. Please notify workers that there will be a soil quality test and assessment starting 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Please pick 2 or 3 of your regular men to assist. All of the workers should be away from the construction site and clocked out until the following morning. If you have any questions, please call the main office. Thank you, GNC Investments. Brian, we had to temporarily suspend excavation in the foundation for the new hospital add-on site. One of the workers discovered human remains inside a pine box while digging. We haven't told anyone at the hospital yet, and I've asked the team to keep this to themselves while we determine how to proceed. The body itself looks really, really old, so I don't think we need to alert anyone if we don't have to, especially with the growing concern over unfortunate accidents that we've had. And so now my phone is flickering again. My only goal is to get the hell out of here. What is that? And why is it glowing in midair? Like will-o'-the-wisps flying around or something. Sound of horrifying flapping. Guess it's better than horrifying fapping, but take what you can get in situations like this. I am going to try and get the hell out of this forest as rapidly as I can. Come on. In we go. Suppose we'll take a short look around the forest. Make sure that there's not anything which needs to be canvassed, I guess. Okay, that's problematic. Attention all employees. It is the company's decision to abandon the Mid-Island Hospice building project. Stop all construction immediately. Any additional work done by the crew will not be sanctioned by GNC Investments and will void all contracts. Current workers will be paid out to the end of the month. If you have any questions, please call the main office. Thank you, GNC Investments. I am not so sure about the structural integrity of these scaffoldings. Definitely feeling iffy about them. GNC Investments abandons hospice project April 18th, 1987. Dark news today in the city of New Kipling as GNC Investments abruptly abandoned the hospice project on Mid-Island. Spokesperson Tom Miller publicly announced to the New Kipling residents that due to the unsafe and unpredictable ground soil conditions, GNC would no longer be continuing construction. In addition to abandoning the hospice project, GNC Investments is also pulling their funding on the current Mid-Island hospital renovations. All staff will be transferred off the island to other facilities, and the hospital will be boarded up once again. I can't decide if bad things are actually happening or... I think that's it right there. It's pretty sketchy water. It's smoking. It's not good. It's gonna give itself emphysema. Well, I'm gonna take the high ground once again because that always seems like the smart idea in cases like these. Brian, as ordered, the team has returned to work and begun removing the remains. While we'd originally assumed that there was only a single body, we've now discovered more. 12 to be exact. While they weren't buried in any real orderly fashion, we did notice that someone had taken care to place the corpses face down in their coffins. I've had the bodies moved to a secure location where we can prevent any wandering eyes from finding them. But things will progress a bit slower because we've had to admit some of my crew to the hospital with some sort of fever. The docs say it's caused by a fungus, but I'm telling you, these bodies down here are clean and strangely preserved, especially for how long they've been sitting here, judging by their clothes and the Bible of one of them was buried with. The inscription said, "For Mary, may God have mercy upon you. 1666. Joe." Alright, well, we've either got to go that leftmost path over there or this one. I'm gonna go this way first, and then we'll figure it out. Bad soil causing Mid-Island accidents? June 3rd, 1986. The Mid-Island renovation has come under scrutiny after several accidents occurred on the site, leading to the worker injury and death. When confronted about the tragedy, GNC spokesperson Tom Miller reported that they are currently investigating the ground soil, as many of the deaths have resulted from impossible to predict collapses. Well, I'm gonna go get the note first, and then we'll deal with the strange appearing coffin in just a moment. When asked about the abandoned construction project, locals responded positively. 65-year-old Gladys Stonesound said, "Ever since those men came here to mess with Crow Island, I knew it would be trouble. Our town has a certain understanding about leaving that place alone." Gladys is not alone in her opinion, as the Group for Crow Island Preservation celebrated the news. Founder of the group, Jennifer Flocure, stated that she would be throwing a party now that the intruders have left. Either way, New Kipling citizens can expect no more tragedies to come from the island. Can I go down into the water?
Careful, they become more impatient, looking for ways to tempt you.
Like glowy blue things out in the darkness? Oh. I'm actually in pain right now. It's a picture of a graveyard. Let's hurry back, since this is obviously bad for our health.
And do you see what they are doing? Sarah, do not again fall into the blackness.
I don't even know if that's water anymore. The floor is clearly hot lava or something. I don't know. Alright, coffin. Let's get this over with. Oh good, it just disappeared. That's so much better than what I thought was going to happen. I'll take it. Joe, during further excavation of the main building basement, 12 graves have been uncovered. This has not been verified. Ground sonar has been brought in. Something is definitely down there. Something is definitely down there? That's a weird sentence. The guys and I are planning on digging them up tonight to check them out. I'll keep this on the down low for now until we find out what it is. Probably a damned Indian burial ground or some crap like that. Gonna push the construction back for months. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's small enough that we can just, like, forget it's there. Brian. Oh, Brian. Ooh, it's a pile of graves. Okay. So I don't want to be down there for surezies. I don't think the path to the right goes anywhere, so I'm going to take the path to the left. Oh good, the path to the left doesn't go anywhere either. Alright, and so we're back in the forest. As pleasurable as that sounds. God. Does the sun never come up on this island? Like... Oh good, lights are already on and we're not even there. They're setting up the party for us. They're warming up the chairs, getting the drinks frosty. I'm sure that's what it is. Well, Yeah. Ache of something's going on.
Round and round.
Well, I feel reasonably safe at the moment just because we're full of...
Never finding the end, never seeing the beginning.
None of these doors are activatable. Except that one. But not that one. Let's go ahead and pop a glow stick because I'm having trouble seeing. Doesn't appear to have helped very much, but hopefully, oh good, nothing like a little copy pasta item placement. I think wait, what? Are we back inside? Oh, we are. It's not copy pasta. We've actually ended up back where we started. Oh, that's so bad. I thought I was done with this place. Like, my heart literally just sank. Like, down into through my, you know, solar plexus. In order for it to be literal, like, literally, it would have to fall, actually, but anyways. My heart's lost altitude aside.
Hello, bird team.
Oh, don't do that. I fear patient 13, born on the premises July 7th, 1987, has a rough future ahead of her. After her mother died giving birth, complications with rapid blood loss, and a concoction of narcotics present in her system, we've tried everything we can think of to find her a foster family. She's the sweetest baby imaginable, and most of the nurses gave her extra attention. Shortly after she arrived, we did a search for any family in the area, but our investigation led us in a curious direction. The name Gwyn apparently has a long and checkered history here. The old accounts go back to the legend of 13 witches who were supposedly killed right here on Mid-Island. The surviving Gwyns were apparently run out of town thereafter. I doubt there's a connection, but some of the more superstitious staff can't help but marvel at the coincidence of the number 13. While 13 doesn't suffer from fetal alcohol syndrome, she does suffer from periodic blackouts. Some doctors on site believe it could be narcolepsy, but I'm not convinced due to other issues. 13 sometimes stares off into space for hours at a time. She never cries for food. She vacillates between being exuberant to catatonic. How will we ever find her a home? Her first foster family brought her back, citing odd behavior and objects in her room mysteriously relocating overnight. Some of the nurses say that her mother cast a curse on her, but I believe she was just speaking nonsense before her death. There's no doubt that 13 is special. I wish I could take her myself. As we prepare to shut down, I will confess that I'll miss you, Sarah Gwyn. May God help you grow into the lady we all know you can be, and not the product of your legacy. Oh, we're 13. I called it.
Let's begin.
Begin what?
You remember, don't you? Your poor mother screamed in pain, gasping as she brought you here. All that time spent hiding, trying to protect you, failing to protect herself. All that time, sick and wandering, only to be brought back here to die. How her heart sank when they wheeled her in, knowing in spite of it all, they'd find you again. You're quite lucky, you know. Despite having ended her life, she loved you, Sarah. She really did. The last thing she did protected you, cast you in light. And yet, the darkness, you know, the blackouts, the blackness so thick you can hardly see. It kept them from you, Sarah. Kept you being you, even when you didn't know who you really were.
Place looks pretty good with a little extra application of elbow grease. What in the hell?
So, you succeed into the light. Succession to the top of your own burning star, encircling all 10 in 3.
Oh my God. It's me.
Oh. Well, that was sort of sudden. Alright, well, I'm not sure what to say about that. I would like to thank Zombie Studios for sending me the game and allowing me to play it here on YouTube. So many developers are actually really hostile towards YouTubers, and it's very nice to have somebody actually work with you. I will see you guys all in the next series that we play. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.